Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. I just love those old men playing on their guitars.
Yeah. And, you know, what's wrong with making America great again?
I don't know.
I don't know. Some people have a problem with that, I guess.
Yeah, they do have a problem with that. So, how are you?
Good. How was work today?
It was good. It was great.
Guess what I did yesterday?
You finished chopping up the tree.
Finished up the tree outside, and I found out that you can use a miter box saw to cut fireplace side, because all those limbs I had were only like 3 inches in diameter or smaller, and I was just like, with that miter box saw, it works 10 times better than a chainsaw for doing small stuff. You just keep on sliding it in there and zapping away. I did all that wood in no time. So now we have some firewood in case we need it.
I forgot to start our timer. I'll start it now.
Yeah, we got to keep these short. Are
do.
you going to tell them the new news that we're going to do?
Go ahead. You tell them.
We're going to start another, my channel, which is Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show. All right?
Yes.
And we're going to start doing Two Old People on a Couch over on that channel also. We're going to leave it Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show.
Yes.
But we're going to get more political on
there.
that one. And keep this one more fun-loving.
Yes.
And upbeat. And say what we did for the day.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And have the non-political news.
Mostly non-political news.
Mostly.
Just if it's pertinent, we are going to give you the news over here too.
Yeah. We're just going to try to keep our bias out of it over here.
Yes.
Okay. And
it won't work, but we'll try.
Yeah, we will try to keep our bias out of it. Karen is always, what happened there?
I don't know what you did already. You messing up the show. All right. Okay, go back. All right.
All right.
Okay, so you want to get going? You got anything to say?
No. How's Karen? You guys have been working hard at getting this computer,
we got
laptop
new
thing
set up so we can easily do the slides and everything.
Yeah.
And now it's easier, but it was a pain to get set up, and I had to show Karen a couple tricks. And you know, Karen, she's been listening to CNN a lot, and she says Joe Biden has won. But I've been trying to tell her that the media does not call the presidency, and it hasn't been official at all yet. A lot of litigation going on. There's some shenanigans going on with voter fraud and people that are dead voting and machines. 6,000 votes went to Biden that should have gone for Trump. And guess who's family member? Guess who's on the board of the company that made the software for those machines?
There's 2 people now.
Well, go tell them.
Hillary Clinton and Pelosi.
And Pelosi on the board.
At both those companies. And those machines are used in 30 states.
How can anybody that's politically associated be on a board
in charge of the machines that elect you? Yeah.
If it was the other way around, if Trump, like Trump Jr. was on there as the board, or Trump Jr. was on a Ukrainian board of an oil company, I mean, all this stuff, you know, we're not giving you biased news. But we're telling you how biased the news is to not even report this stuff. You got to dig in to find this stuff
and
from real news organizations like Two Old People on a Couch.
And you know why I'm laughing?
Why?
Because we done already blew the whole show and became political just now.
I know, but it's still big news right now for a while.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is.
Okay, let's get on with the news then.
All right.
Okay. So President-elect Joe Biden is planning executive orders that would sweepingly reverse Trump's biggest policies.
Now, there's your problem already.
So what do you think? I know that, but so what do you, people in the comments, tell us what you think about that, because I like some of Trump's policies and I don't want them changed.
He wants to give money to Iran.
He does.
And he wants to give money to Ukrainian companies. And he wants to give money
into the...
He wants Iran to have a nuclear... I mean... He wants ISIS back. So he wants to fund Iran so then they can fund ISIS and we can have all kind of problems again. He wants to probably punish me for not having insurance. So I'll have to have a...
Yeah.
And then he's going to erase all the tax cuts that Trump has done. Yeah, that's fine. Holy cow. It is first thing, President-elect is not settled
Well,
yet.
it's a headline.
And if he does get in, I'm laid off right now. So my taxes will not go up.
Yeah.
And I'll just get a job that makes less money, and I'll get everything, up to that where you get everything for free. And I'm not going to pay for somebody else's college. I'm not going to pay for other people's. I'm going to be the person that only makes so much money, and I'm going to beat the system if he wins.
Okay. You ready to go on?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Joe Biden's pandemic plan is mandatory face masks, paid sick leave, and restoring Obamacare and free COVID-19 tests.
That's what I'm saying. I got to cheat the system. I got to not make too little or too much so I can get all this stuff for free. But that whole face mask, whenever we wear a mask now for the rest of our lives to show our loyalty to our government and let them know that we are subservient to them. And nobody's ever had to mandatorily wear a mask in the whole 200 and some years that America has been here. Now all of a sudden, we have to have masks and lockdowns and everything. Never happened before, ever.
Okay.
But that's what you get whenever you get your good old socialist, communist, Marxist leader there. Okay. You're going to be wearing that mask.
So then I'm showing the next 3 slides is just showing all these people in the street celebrating Biden, which is fine. But look how close they are. They're not social distancing.
What happened to his circles?
And there's all these people just flooded in the street.
What happened to the circles?
Here's another one. All these people, they're just they're crowded together. What? I thought this was unacceptable.
Why couldn't these people have made it to a Biden event?
Do these people not know that there's a pandemic going on?
No, they don't. It's over now.
I guess so.
But it's not, because they're going to want to use it to be in control of the American people. So all these people that are gathered here now. Yeah. And Biden, same difference. Biden's not getting on his, bullhorn and saying, people,
you need to
go back. Oh my gosh, there's a pandemic. Yeah. And we've been railing on Trump and the pandemic and crowds, so you can't do that. Yeah. No, they're not saying any of that. They're all, let them come in crowd and do their thing.
Anyway, I just thought it was interesting.
Double standard.
I just thought it was interesting.
Double standard.
I wanted to point that out. Okay. Now on to the other, I guess not on to the other news. Yes. While all this turmoil with our elections been going on, the UN passes regulations erasing Jewish connection to Temple Mount.
Well, this would have never happened if Trump would be, winning the election right now. Yeah. Which I think they're jumping the gun, with all this stuff. Because if the UN does this, I think Trump will back Israel because it's a strong ally of ours.
Yes. All right. So next we have, Storm ETA. ETA.
Yeah, what's the ETA of ETA? What's the ETA of ETA?
It killed 50 in Guatemala and is headed toward Florida.
Yeah.
And the last prediction I saw is it's going to get the tip of Florida, kind of go back into the Gulf Coast, and then smack.
Is the eye going to hit Florida?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes. That's what they say. Okay. So next we have an Egyptian girl who became a ping pong sensation. So that's great.
Yeah. It's usually that's the Asian country that usually has
the ping pong sensation.
Why is that funny?
It's not. I'm just happy.
It is. I mean, but is this newsworthy?
It is news.
Okay,
it's this is what you get when you go.
Did you come up with this, or did Karen come up with this?
No, this is what happens when you go to the non-political news. This is what you end up with.
With ping pong. All right. Yeah. What else we got?
So next we have the jewels owned by Joel Collins were highlighted at a London auction. Isn't that great?
What's that?
I don't know. It's the non-political news.
Is that important too? I mean,
it is
whenever they say highlighted,
I don't know.
Are they up for auction? Or are they just highlighting them, saying, hey, that's Joan Collins' ring?
I have no idea, but it's non-political news. And so
don't get me started on it.
So the Starbucks free holiday collectible cups are available on Friday.
Do you want to hear my coffee beer analogy?
Yes.
I don't even know if it's an analogy, but
Okay.
my theory
Yes, tell me.
is your taste buds get used to if you drink a lot, your taste buds like that. That's what so if you drink cheap coffee and cheap beer,
Yes.
your taste buds get. So if somebody switches you out to like a different brand, even though it's more expensive, the first sip you go, ooh, that's different.
Yeah.
And then the second sip you're like, and by the third sip you're like, it's coffee or it's beer. So your mind just gets used to like, and we all love coffee, we all love beer. So after a couple sips, your brain just comes acclimated to what you're drinking at the first sip. Yeah, it'll shock you. So why don't you just get used to drinking cheap? I'm going to go full screen because it's very important. Why don't you just get used to drinking cheap beer and cheap coffee?
Because we want the good stuff. We want the expensive stuff. Yes.
Starbucks is a waste of money, people. I should come up with something that I could sell something 4 times more expensive. That's all those beans come from Colombia. No matter where you get them from. It all tastes the same.
So then next we have a bear cub that was denied entry to Canada, but he attempted it at forceful entry.
That's because it's harder for a bear to enter the country illegally than it is for a foreigner trying to get into the country illegal. They just, especially now with the new administration, they'll be like, send the caravans up. Bears? No.
Yes.
All right.
So anyway, I know this is non-political news, and it just really bites. It's much funner to make fun of people in the politics. So anyway, then next we have ammonia as fuel could power big ships. So again, we're trying to get to zero emissions, so we have to do away with gasoline.
Well,
but that's sort of political.
Zero emissions by 2025.
Yeah. If it holds.
Biden gets in and is elected.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to drive to see grandma anymore. They won't want you to travel.
No, they won't want you to travel.
That's why they want zero emissions. They want complete control of it. They want you to just stay in your house and then drive your little tricycle and then get off of it at work, just like, in the third world countries.
Yes.
And then go to work and then jump on your little tricycle. And so you're only going to be able to work close to home.
Yeah.
Welcome to socialism, communism, Marxist
country.
If the other guy gets in.
Okay.
And you heard it here first. These are all going to happen if that guy gets in.
Okay.
They want control of us.
All right.
All right.
All right. So then lastly, but not leastly.
Well, I should put up the slate.
Yes. We have Tokyo holds a one-day gym meet to show that the Olympics may be possible.
What about the Wu flu?
Apparently, they're working around it. So anyway, but you'd think they'd have to sanitize everything. I guess all the athletes will be tested beforehand. So anyway, that they're trying to get the Olympics on.
This is ridiculous because look, he's got pajama pants on, and there's a Wu flu going on, and there's nothing over his mouth.
I know, but I'm just saying that they're trying to get the Olympics in. So
all right.
Anyway,
well, that's our show.
That's everything. So the first half was good, and then that non-political stuff is just not working out very well. So anyway, you ready to wrap it up?
There might be one person who's like, ooh. You know. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up. So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.